So what I have here is just a plastic party bowl. I found these on Amazon, a set of 4 for really cheap because I do have several lights that I'm going to be doing. Today I'm just going to show you one. This is actually the largest drill bit that I have, and I think it's a little smaller than my hole. Yeah, so I'm probably going to have to be very careful and just try to make a larger hole with this. And we're going to be drilling through here, but before we do that, we want to make sure that we use some painter's tape in hopes that this does not crack, since this is just a hard plastic and it's pretty thin. But what I'm going to do is, since I want my hole in the center, and this happens to have a square on the bottom, which makes my job easier, I'm just going to put that across there. And across here, I'm just making an X. So I know right where my center point is. And let's look through there. So my center point is going to be right here where these meet. So right here, this is where I'm going to be drilling. But I want to go ahead and put a piece of tape on this side as well. Okay, and I think I want to go ahead and mark this off because I want to put another piece of tape here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of do this and mark it. You know what? There's a little nub actually right in the middle. So I guess if you can find some like this or whatever design you like, just make sure that it's a little bit bigger than your light fixture. That way it'll go, you know, up closer to the ceiling and look a lot nicer. Okay, let's try this and see what we've got. Okay. Okay, let's hope this doesn't crack my plastic. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let the drill actually do the work for me instead of putting pressure on it so I don't break this. But now what I need to do, I wish I had a bigger drill bit, but now I've got to go in and very carefully see if I can hold this, because you saw it torque on me a little, and see if I can kind of drill this out, because I don't think I have a file or anything this size that will go in there for me to do that with. But if you have a larger drill bit that's the size of the hole in your original cover, then that's going to work perfectly for you. I tested it on the light fixture and it fits great. So now we're going to peel our tape off and hope for minimal cracking. Hopefully none at all, but we will find out. Okay, and as you can see, or maybe, I don't know if you can see or not, I have 2, maybe 3 teeny tiny little cracks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in and I'm going to drop just a touch of super glue to seep into those. That way they don't continue to spread. Okay, so I've got some super glue. I'm pretty sure I got this at the Dollar Tree a while back. It was a pack of 2 for, I mean, it's been a while. I might have paid 99 cents for it before the prices went up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and just sort of, just put a little bit around this edge where I can see these cracks. Just gonna kind of spread it around. And I'm not worried about being able to really see this through there because it's gonna have that little round cover covering this part, so you won't even see it. I'm just hoping that this will seep into those little cracks and seal them up just so they don't spread and crack our light fixture. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to let that sit there and dry. Then we're going to take this outside and we are going to spray the outside of it with frosted glass spray paint. Okay, here goes nothing. I've never used this before. This is our Rust-Oleum frosted glass spray paint. It looks like it worked pretty good. I think I'm going to do 2 coats just so it will hopefully look a little smoother and more even. I'm just going to take a soft rag now and wipe the inside out. I think I kind of messed up. If we see any type of little pattern or anything through it when the fixture is on, is because I went to wipe the inside out and didn't realize that my super glue wasn't completely dry. So I smeared some of it, and I can see it on here. What I'm going to do, this is how the outside came out, which, I mean, it frosted it really nicely. I maybe should have wiped it down with a damp rag. But anyways, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to not worry about it. I'll just make sure that I use a damp rag to wipe it off really, really well and make it sparkly clean with no fingerprints or anything when I do my other 3. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray a coat of this on the inside of this as well. And that might actually take care of some of that. I just want this to be nice and frosted. I want it to look like frosted glass and not a plastic party bowl. I have 2 coats of white paint on here, and I don't know if I showed you, but I'm just using this white craft paint. I didn't have any sealing paint or anything left, and this is really, really close to the sealing color because it's a bright white. But if you've watched any of my videos on how to make ornaments, you have probably seen me use my gold paint and just do a paint rub on my stuff. And I want to go ahead and do a paint rub on this hardware here just to give it a little bit more elegance instead of just being solid white. So I'm going to shake this real good. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on my cardboard. It's not going to take a whole lot. Let me see. My pinky will fit through there. And I'm just going to dip my finger in and dip off the excess. And just rub it around so it gives it this, well, and my fingernail just took that off. I'll have to go back and touch that up. This fingernail curves downward. I probably should clip them. And this is going to dry really fast, so you want to be pretty quick while you're doing it. Okay, let's put this on and see what it looks like. And there we go. Oh wow, that actually looks really nice. So let's turn the light on and see. I have a feeling you're going to be able to see all the little fingerprints and stuff that were on my bowl before I sprayed it, because I did not clean it really good and buff everything off of it, but I will do that on the others. And there it is. There it is with the light on. I'm just going to kind of walk around. I know it's hard to see because it's so bright. You can see it better with the light off on the camera. It looks really pretty with the light on in person. And from underneath, you have a nice square with a little shape to it. It's really pretty.